I got the dungeon. Those are my freshly manicured hands. Just stop. Dude. Dude. Nailed it. Did I get in? Oh, you suck! You can clip that and I won't even be mad. That was it. Okay, GG OCP, that was... Before it gets opened up... in the world? You know... then they're like... wah! Yeah, but apparently Rick was super into the whole time. Somebody's probably gonna clip that. Sure. There's another one! Stop it! Whoa! What is it? I'm going to die. Yes. Get in! Yeah. We just first tried this monster. So since all vehicles spawn facing east, leave it right there. You know what? Never mind. Why is it putting me in the passenger seat? Drive. We're not taking it slow. We're not taking it slow. Nope, 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 nope.
Copy that, Commander.
Move up the beach, Noble.
So it's all on one planet, or the
Yeah,
game?
we are on the planet Reach for the
Oh,
entire
that's why
game.
it's Halo Reach. That makes sense.
Yeah, we're on the planet Reach for the entire time. And I'm
Okay.
sure you've noticed, thus far, things keep going from bad to worse.
Yeah.
Like, things just do not get... What the balls?
Their wisdom. It's been amazing.
Angaran expertise will be a tremendous help to the initiative.
We were certainly hurting for it. I'm thankful the Angara were willing to risk working with us.
I'm afraid not all of them are quite so friendly.
Some give trust easily. From others, you have to earn it. I'm confident we'll get there.
I was just about to comment about... And then they all say, Horness! Horness! Fire hose of crap. And you can't stop it. And so you're like flopping around, trying to get up so you can get on the toilet. But now you've got the floor covered, so now you're like slipping in the violence of your own. The fall was that big?
You didn't fall, you just tested the ground.
No, 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 no. And then I did it again. Okay, wait, then. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Yeah, we did it.
Automated protocols activated. Deploy.
Batting those eyelashes seductively, just... Wait. I can't believe I just did. Ashley! Ashley! Stop it! It's working! It's working! Why? Why? Because it's one of the best clips on Twitch. Change my mind. What is that? My peoples. Tell me about your lives. Tell me about your triumphs and your struggles. Tell me some good things. Jeb, you're back. with more. What did I do? So he's playing Oblivion. I turned on my mouse script. Lol. With more 14. It's Patch Day, as Todd points out. What is? And we're going to get right to it. Because I don't think we have sufficient time to get through the 10 quests that the MSQ has given us this go round. So last time that we were doing this, if I remember correctly, we were just getting to the point where we were trying to reach Calyx, who seems to be the new Big Bad, and I hope he remains Big Bad for a while. And he's like, yo, I got something that'll mess you up. And then he throws out a mechanized version of Beatrix from Final Fantasy IX. Actually, chat, I might have started the stream too early because I can feel my congestion already messing with me. Beatrix! We messed her up, and now we're like, yo, why is everybody forgetting everything that they ever wanted to know ever? And now we're like, oh no, Calyx has control of everything. Be right back, I'm gonna take care of this medical stuff, then we're gonna do the actual things. So how's it going, Alan? Good to see you, my dude. How you been? Be right back. Good man, just open the door for me. Oh, did you see that? That was awesome. I'm starting things off with the big rest phase. It says you take too many bathroom breaks and you know it. Oh. Yeah, Chad, you take too many bathroom breaks and you know it. Okay. And we also found the actual Steam. The real one. That's a big axe. So here we go. We're gonna do all the things. We have 10 quests ahead of us. Thank you both of you. But how you been, Alan? What's you been up to? Okay. Oh yeah, Dan. Drulesia had his authority over all of the robot army stolen from him by Calyx. So he's feeling bad about that. Targeted tragedy. If you have a moment, get out there. Gia wants to take a look at the current crisis. Oblivion may be lacking the finer details in certain areas, so we'd like you to lend your perspective to the conversation. We just finished Oblivion, lol. Sorry to drag you into our meeting, but we need to get a better handle on the threats Alexandria is facing right now. Not at all. Much has happened since the state funeral, and a clearer idea of where things stand would be beneficial for us as well. First things first then. Let's discuss the state of the machine malfunctions. Every single sector reported instances of sentries attacking citizens without provocation, and vehicles suddenly becoming unresponsive to controls. While these malfunctions were resolved fairly quickly, they nevertheless resulted in a considerable number of injuries and deaths. You haven't heard anything about new incidents since then, right? Right. No additional reports have been logged as far as I know. That's the good news. The bad news is, I tried to take control of the soldiers when they started hurting people, but they wouldn't listen to me. Even though I have the king's authority. Once things calmed down, I was finally able to make them give up their weapons, but if it happens again, I don't know if they'll ignore me like before. The King of Resolve's authority is about the highest there is. So who is this man that can override him with such impunity? Calyx. He lived in the age of the storm sirens as I did. I would like to know what that is on your boy's neck. Have I been the only one curious about that? Since we initially saw him, I'm like, what is that? Lest you forget, he was known for his advancements in electro technology. And it was he who established preservation for the purpose of furthering his research. The wasting disease which afflicted him, however, was said to leave him scant years left to live. He must have chosen to undergo conversion into an endless, that he might continue his efforts into the present day. Preservation's early goals seem noble enough. Exploring treatments for lemon sickness, designing Everkeep's core system, that sort of thing. Why harm the people he was ostensibly trying to help? I do not pretend to fully understand Calyx's motivations. Only that he appeared incensed by what he saw as mankind's failings. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species through generational succession. He asserted that the strategy of adapting our species through generational succession was outdated. That evolution now requires us to forsake bodies of flesh in favor of eternal preservation. We've already seen how he's employed the simulant to convince Alexandrians that endless conversion is their only hope for survival. Eternal life is assured, for the 5,000 who register their neo-regulators. This is merely one part of Calix's greater plan. He wants the key to interdimensional fusion. With that relic in his possession, he will draw ether from the reflections and expand his efforts to create endless, 1,000-fold. If we mean to foil Calix's schemes, then our only option is to determine where he's hiding and put him down. Which, unfortunately, is easier said than done. I've been scouring the terminal we found in the depths of Everkeep, but I failed to uncover even the slightest trace of his activities. Give me a little more time, though, and I'm sure I can sniff him out. I'll help you. While Galuja and Shale are working on that, I think I'm gonna take a look around town. I want to make sure no new problems are cropped up, as well as search for any information that might lead us to Calix. You're welcome to come along. Another malfunction could happen at any time. I'd be glad to have some brawlers at my back. I am no brawler, sir. I am a caster. Get it right. I am the physical embodiment of destruction. Count me in. Raha and the others are helping Oblivion patrol the other street levels of the keep. So shall we stick to the streets of Solution 9? Sounds like a plan. Thanks, you two. I appreciate the company. I have to speak with the city's administration about bringing in the Landsguard. I want our soldiers around to protect those who are moving to Tuliola. Alphino and Alize will be joining me for the meeting, so the three of us can cover the sector as soon as we're done. If I may, I'd like to join Carota's group, if she'll have me. The more mouths to ask questions, the merrier, as long as you're aware of the dangers. Thank you. I'll do my best to not be a burden. I'm more worried about you, Jude. Don't do anything stupid. You'll change your tune once we get back with the goods on Calix, and the drinks are on you. Come on, let's continue this outside. Yeah, Cobb. We don't throw hands. We throw spells. If I was a monk, you know, we'd be saying something different. Yo, good morning, Sir X-Man. Top of the morning, sir. How are ye? Do my utmost to ensure the happiness of Alexandria and its people. Georgie. Thanks, Zach. Enjoy your lurk. I'm sure you're trying to avoid spoilers. All good. Thank you for the lurk, my dude. Hope you're doing excellent. You're ahead of me. Oh, that's true. You're in the future. City looks as though it's regained a sense of normalcy. Alas, the people will not soon forget recent events. Sorry, I was off in my own little world. Shall we get started? People seem uneasy. Are you alright, Judd? Me? I'm well enough, given the circumstances. It was the Queen's fondest wish that her subjects remain shielded from the horrors of death. So they were for the longest time. Then the moment mortality once again becomes an unavoidable fact of life, they're greeted with an outbreak of bloody violence. Many are bound to give the endless alternative serious consideration. Indeed.
Indeed.
And I do not blame them for that. It's only natural that such thoughts should come to mind. What I cannot forgive is the way that Calyx wields fear and misery to manipulate people into making that choice. No one, not Calyx nor anyone else, should dictate how we cope with the specter of death. As one who lived as an Alexandrian, I wish to put the choices for this country's future back into the hands of its citizens. Don't you think we can handle that responsibility? After everything you've seen of us? It's what I've seen that has convinced me you can. I awoke 4 centuries later to find our people living and laughing beneath Alexandria's banner. Though surprised and bewildered, I was overjoyed to see it so. You all deserve to be happy. Well then. We'd best not let you down. Now, I suggest we move as a group. We don't know if or when a battle might find us. Oh, I believe someone came prepared for just such an eventuality. Is that the grimoire you retrieved from the old castle? Yes. My parents gifted it to me when I was a child. They were adamant that I should learn to protect the things important to me. I was fortunate enough to have a tutor in the arcane arts, so I lay claim to some small measure of skill. If that's the case, it might be better if we split into 2 groups after all. It would certainly be more efficient for information gathering. I guess that makes sense. 2 of you can take the west side of the recreation zone then. Karota and I will take the east. Very well. We shall end our patrol in the plaza just past Trueview and await you there. Do the rounds then. We'll see what's what and chat to the people we meet along the way. Pay special attention to anyone who looks overwhelmed or overly excited. Hopefully that will earn us a tidbit or 2 we didn't know before. But we're getting tutorials for escorting now? Certain duties require that one or more NPCs accompany you in order to proceed with the quest objectives. You must keep them at your side and make your way to a designated location. Duh. Let me just get some coffee and tea while I skim this. There's you swear this whole patch has been 14 Blues Clues. Did we just get a letter? I wonder who it's from. Leave it open. Thank you for that alert, Alan. Hope you've been doing good, my dude. They just implemented the Esperanto with the patch. I did see it on the patch notes. I just wasn't thinking they were gonna throw that in with, you know, now, since we've been doing it. Well, the sentries and air wheelers seem to be around now. I just know it's gonna happen again. Maybe next time I'll be the one who dies in a horrible accident. I need an ear regulator. Becoming endless is the only way. Even Queen Stream said so. Talk to me, bro. The memories. I used to drink around here all the time. I made sure not to overdo it when I had work the next day. But once we were past the busy season, or when the ladies weren't amenable to my company, well, you'd have to scrape me off the street outside in the morning or afternoon. Worst I ever got was on what should have been the worst day of my life. If only I could remember it. I was still wearing a regulator back then. It was also the day I first met Shale, although I guarantee she's forgotten it completely. Maybe he lost his wife? Or someone close to him? Want to hear my story? Well, I appreciate you offering us some sympathetic ears. There's not much to tell. She must know. A good friend of mine died when those machines went crazy. His air wheeler dropped right out of the sky and he didn't survive the crash. Fool wasn't wearing a regulator. I know that's not so strange these days, but he'd never bothered with one. He was at peace with the idea of dying someday. And I thought I understood what that meant until it happened. Actually, Georgie, now that you mention it, hasn't there been multiple patches that are similar? Like you're just like doing either research or investigation for the entire patch. What has me in such a fine mood, you ask? Well, I've just registered my new regulator. I was leery of becoming nothing but memories at first, but now that I've gone through with the registration, I've never felt more at ease. Also, once it was done, the regulator displayed the current numbers. One of the 5,000 slots, of the 5,000 slots available, over 3,800 has already been filled. So if you're still hesitant, you have not much time to make your mind up. Mark my words, Fred. When there's only a few slots left, it's gonna get very ugly. Giroto, a word? I feel like there was a new factor in these stories we've heard. One we hadn't considered during our discussion with everyone in the back room. People are still deathly afraid that fights are likely to break out over new regulators. The fact that nearly 4,000 people have registered is a worthy of its own report. But are you sure there wasn't anything else? Victims of the violence wasn't wearing a regulator? Yes, that's it. The vast majority of residents have always worn regulators. So it's not a detail we'd normally think about. With the supply of souls cut off, though, more and more people have been going without them. We need to look into the casualties from the recent attacks and check whether or not they were equipped with regulators. Let's ask around on the streets over to the east. It was pretty chaotic at the time, and maybe we'll find eyewitnesses who can help us confirm if this was a pattern or not. A clue. A clue. We just found a clue. Can you tell I've never actually watched Blue's Clues? The only one I really know about is the "we just got a letter, we just got a letter." That's like the only one I really know. I also hear that they don't get letters anymore. It's emails and texts. One of my helpers mentioned that not too long ago. It was once my job to deliver goods by Hubbard cargo. That's why I know a fair number of names and faces throughout the city. Little ones who jumped for joy when I brought them packages. The old lady who always greeted me with a smile. I'd hate for anything bad to happen to them. Hello, how are you today? Please let me know if I may be of assistive service. Citywide casualty data unavailable. Government officials are currently processing reports from all affected zones. Can you narrow it down to the recreation zone then? You must have some estimates on hand. Recalibrating parameters. Injured, 87 individuals. Casualties, 19 individuals. Casualties equipped with regulators, 0. None of them had regulators on. Needless to know, the people who died in the machine rampage were in regulators? I'm sorry, but I was assigned to cleaning away debris. I didn't see any of the deceased. No bodies were present by the time I arrived, so I assumed the ushers had already done their work. I do remember there being patches of white dust scattered about that were quite a chore to clean up, but nothing else worthy of mention. Girota, I think it's time we rejoin Trial and Speed. I was half joking with my boast to Shale, but we may have stumbled upon something major here. We should share our findings and keep pursuing this avenue of inquiry. Didn't Trial say to meet them in the plaza just outside True View? Let's get going. I mean, got me thinking about it again, Georgie. Like, there were certain patches. I don't remember the exact, patch numbers, but like, if it wasn't essentially mandatory that major patches had a dungeon in it, I'm sure that there would have been some patches that would have been just running around, talking to people, finding things out, so on and so forth. We finished our patrol as well. Did it not seem that more people wanted near regulators than before? So essentially, you're saying that the people who were killed by malfunctioning machines weren't wearing regulators? Well, the numbers are still tentative, but only apply to that one zone, and only apply to that one zone. We don't know how they'll stack up against the overall data, but this is definitely more than a coincidence. I think it's safe to say that anyone who had removed their regulator was a priority target. Now that you mention it, the person I was treating for injuries wasn't wearing one either. Why? Why are they being targeted over everyone else? Okay, listen, y'all can't be that dense. This one's fish in a barrel of logic here. Based solely on the lack of near regulator, we cannot judge if a person has no desire to become endless, or if they'll simply fail to require one of the limited devices. For those who were no regulator at all, they have clearly rejected the old system of using souls to revive themselves. Put another way, they have chosen to live their lives in the knowledge that death is an inevitability. Chances that such resolute people would wish to become endless are far lower, I would imagine. So Calyx has chosen those least likely to accept his vision as victims to stroke their fear and panic. There's no need to kill anyone. With the way things were, the people were already fearful enough. You could have found 5,000 willing citizens without all this madness. Make a good point. Perhaps this sowing of terror is in service to another scheme. when he had some other need for the lives he's taken. What of the dust found at various sites? Right, sanitation worker story. She saw no bodies, and mentioned piles of white dust. Dust, but no bodies. Have I ever heard that before? Do you recall when we went to save Erinville from the sentries in the outskirts? The Usher Malachite told us much the same thing. When I arrived, I found no body, only a pile of dust, which the wind quickly scattered. Confused, I questioned the residents, but none knew what had become of it. And both stories speak of missing remains is suspicious enough. The shared mention of this dust is too much to ignore. In that case, we should confirm if this substance was present at other sites and attempt to ascertain its nature. So we're stealing all of the ether from the people that are getting murdered, and then also the ether from their bodies to the point that we make them dust in order to fuel the endless that are becoming endless. Following this thread may lead us not only to an explanation of the missing bodies, but also the intent behind Calix's murderous actions. Giranta, we need your help. I've lost control over the soldiers in the residential area. They might be trying to hurt people again. The plebeian members are on their way now, but are you close enough to join them? On the investigation, we'll have to wait. Let's go. Malta?
Stay back! Stay away from me! Leave him alone!
Are you all right?
What happened here? A sentry walked into my apartment, even though I'd locked the door and everything. I managed to run, but the man who tried to save me...
No weapons, which is to be expected, considering all the sentries were meant to be disarmed. Yet it was ordered to attack all the same, even if that meant using its bare hands.
I'll leave matters here to you. I'm going to do a sweep of the surrounding area.
Do you know anyone else in this sector who no longer wears a regulator?
Oh, I don't think I've seen Isadora and her boy with theirs recently.
Go to them, quickly!
I'll be fine. But Isadora's in bad shape. Mother, please.
Isadora! Oh, thank goodness. She wasn't struck anywhere vital.
I'm sorry. If only I'd gotten here sooner.
Everything will be all right. I promise to make your mother better.
Thank you, miss. Will she sleep like that forever?
No, not forever. She'll wake soon, I'm sure of it.
That's good to hear. Thank you for saving her.
Alright. Dad, is it bad that I've still never unlocked Pictomancer and Viper? Never even touched them. She said recover in due course. I'm glad we arrived. We did. When I was sick and couldn't move, my mother was always at my side, always keeping me company. I'm gonna do the same for her. Forgive me, I was reckless. I shouldn't have had to waste time tending to my wounds as well. Do you see our other comrade back there? He stayed behind in the lobby, but I heard the sounds of fighting. I'm sorry. He must have fallen protecting the residents. It's been a bit. Time I picked a mate, I haven't touched a Viper yet myself. You mean picked a answer? Now? Indeed. So I take it it's fun enough to at least try. For their sakes, I have to remain calm. The endless choice. Our comrade, you think he may have been struck down? Oh no, he did. If he's wounded or worse, I should go to him. Wait, please. It isn't safe and you still need rest. Do stay with Milo, said Matsuru Isadora for me. We will tend to your friend. Thank you. Please be careful yourself. I thought we were talking about the dead guy in the lobby. Isadora and Milos have completed their application to leave the dome and we're practically out the door when all this happened. So make sure they're taken care of the moment Isadora is ready to travel. Cast times on the murals. Take some time. Take some adjusting. 1.5 seconds. In the heat of battle feels like an eternity. Often have to break the cast to dodge mechanics. So basically you're playing a black mage is what you're telling me. Why? Why is this happening? Oh, man, this is awful. Isadora is going to be alright then? I'm so glad. I have just finished my administrations here. Our Oblivion comrade was beyond saving, I'm afraid. A brave soul. He gave his life to save another. He died protecting me. I don't understand why any of this is happening. Centaur was behaving normally like any other. And all of a sudden, it tried to kill me. The weapons are now. Kalitz commanded them to commit murder. He wanted to join the Dark Brotherhood by proxy. Computer clip that.
I clipped the thing.
I don't know if I'll be able to use that. Is it over? It came as soon as Wayakame sent word. I'm sorry. By the time we arrived, it was already too late. And Gio could be in trouble too. Once we have this radius locked down, we need to find him. Why? Something happened? Possibly. We're not sure what, but he stopped responding to our communications. We need to prioritize securing the residential sector, at least until we regain control over the sentries. Then we should search for Geo. I agree. Since most Oblivion members have sworn off regulators, if our theory holds true, then they could be prime targets for the next attack. Please do what you can to shepherd the residents to safety, but avoid the sentries at all costs. Oh, thanks. Here, take these communicators. We made modifications to them to prevent Calyx from intercepting signal. I've been using them to coordinate movements with allies in the vicinity. Wyatt tries one too, so I'll ask her to keep hailing Geode. Good luck, and stay safe. Geo said he would sweep the surrounding area, but he shouldn't have ventured too far. Let's get going. Pray thank your Malia friend for me. I would still be a helpless mess if not for encouragement. I hope you find Geode soon. I know he's probably saving people with one hand and fighting off threats with the other. I can't help but worry. Leave matters here to us. We'll see to our fallen comrade and make sure no one else comes to harm. Uppercasting is 3 seconds? Okay, yeah, that is a long time. Please, Geo, please be safe. The argument for it was when Pictomancer is most OP class in the game, it's balanced. Since everything was buffed past Pictomancer, it's still 3 seconds. So, do they still hit hard enough to justify the 3 seconds? You see no sign of Geode. Perhaps you should search further to the east. Let's search around the apartments first. You see no sign of Geode. Lycra's voice crackles forth from the communicator. Geode, answer me! There is no response. Perhaps you should continue search further to the east. The hammer is 100% guaranteed crit direct AoE hits. The hammer does absolute maximum damage your stats will allow. How much and how fast can you do that? See no sign of Geode. Neighboring residential radius would be the next logical place to look.
This is the only place left. Let them be safe.
Geode, are you there? Answer me, please!
I'm here. Sorry for the long silence. I've been busy.
Oh, you're alive! Thank the gods! Where are you now?
The radius next door. The lobby is secure. I'll scout the second floor. Then I'll join you. That dust.
Dust? What are you talking about? What's happening?
They're not just collecting souls. They're draining the bodies of corporeal ether.
Called it.
The dust that we saw was all that was left of the victims. They must have modified the soul cells. Shit.
Can't be here! You need to run, now!
A trap! Take care of the others, eh?
No sign of him so far. This way, maybe? Geode!
A shame. I had hoped to leave here with at least one more cell's worth of ether. But seeing how eager you are to interfere, I shall cut this foray short.
Calyx. What could you possibly stand to gain from these atrocities?
Ether sufficient to generate 5,000 endless. How would you require it?
How would I?
Until I have the key, the reflections are closed to me. Thus do I make do with the sources at hand. 7% of Alexandria's current population will yield the energy to convert 5,000 into endless. With 11%, operations could continue unabated for 800 years. Our bodies are fated to decay sooner or later. These ones refuse the gift of eternal life, so what difference does it make if I return them to Ether now? I will not waste time and resources on meaningless conflict. This unit cannot offer you worthwhile resistance. Instead, I pose a question. Would you hand over the key if I promise to halt my harvest? It was foolish of me to even ask. I return to my work then. There is much to do if I must take the key by force.
Give me a second, chat. So, from a purely like cinematic standpoint, that was a really good sequence. Like, that was stupidly good. Also surprisingly chilling with how they structured the whole thing. I was very distinctly reminded of the Star Wars novel before Disney brought it out. Star Wars novel Death Troopers, where there was a Star Destroyer that had some kind of, like, disease on it that turned all the stormtroopers into zombies. And so the ship became derelict. It was a nice hybrid of, like, a alien movie and a traditional, like, zombie apocalypse kind of thing contained to a Star Destroyer. And the way that they described what they called the Death Troopers was very similar to how these malfunctioning Guardian droid things were acting, and it is just as chilling. And so I was highly reminded of that, which I think is a good thing, because I really enjoyed that book. The use per charge, 2 maximum charges, 1 minute cooldown on the charge, so you can do 3-second cast time on the hammer motif pretty often. So would you say it's still somewhat OP in that regard? I can't. There are no words. This is not nearly as hurtful as Hushafont, because they didn't build up Geode like they did Hushafont. But, if they would've, this scene would have been incredibly hurtful. Which is why there were zombie stormtroopers in Star Wars Galaxies too. Yes, I want to say it was Alan. Yeah, because didn't they do that for, like, the Halloween event in Galaxies? This pile of dust. These ashes. And the soul cell left behind. Was that his twisted way of returning Geode to us? Your careless cruelty. He was our friend. Even so, some might say every death was justified if it meant 5,000 endless could continue their immortal lives. For 800 years, not immortal, 800 years. For reflection still in ether allowed for many more endless, why that too would be a noble sacrifice for the greater good. Who could think that? Not I. Certainly not I. We know only too well there is not noble in this sacrifice. The delivery there was very much a, but for the grace of God, there go I. We have to stop him. We have to find Calyx and put an end to this madness as soon as possible. Under no circumstances can we let the key fall into his possession, Hirota. It falls to us. We will thwart his plans here in Alexandria before he can terrorize innocents and reflections elsewhere. saw a short about immortality recently. The guy had a point. Even if you were immortal, and your children were too, eventually at some point, the entire bloodline of humanity would be only yours. I think I may have seen the same short. Was it this guy's wife that was presenting him the question? Like, hey, if, you and I could be immortal together, would you do it? And then he's like, no. Because then we would watch our kids die. And, he's like, well, what about our kids too? Well, then I would watch my grandkids die. You know, so on and so forth. And he's, yeah. I follow them on Instagram. Your boy is a nerd's nerd, and he is so fun to listen to. Right, and so eventually the whole world will be like just you. Plus, you have to consider, like, genetic diversity. Because eventually the entire planet is going to be your DNA. And so, like, how are you going to... Oh, that's messed up. Oh, that's messed up. Computer clipped it.
I clipped the thing.
I'm not sure if that's actually gonna catch in the vertical short, because it might not have been censored enough, but I want to see. Yeah, so like, are you then going to have a immortal line of inbred people because there's no one else to have kids with, eventually? And then how's that gonna work? Oh, hold on to Geode's gun. She could take the soul cell, please. My memories and yours. We should return to the background. Shale and the others need to know what happened. Yes, I'll ask Blackway to meet us there as well. Oh good, it just sent us there. That's handy.
Our dear Geode. The soldiers. If only I'd been able to control them.
This isn't your fault, Gulolja. The blame lies with Calyx, and with him alone. It's all so senseless.
Why force his plans upon us when we're already happy? Living our lives? What does he even think life is? I'll never forgive Calyx for doing this. Or myself for being powerless to stop him. Wait, where are you going? To clear my head. Don't worry, I won't do anything stupid.
Stay here and get some rest. I'll make sure nostalgia stays out of trouble.
Thank you.
Things would have been far worse if you and Geode hadn't rushed in there. Many people are still alive because of you. And after adding what you discovered to the leads we've dug up, I'm hopeful we can determine where Calyx is hiding. But not right now. We need time before we can move on. Just a little time.
Oh, Geode.
I wonder if we can't somehow bring him back. We have his soul. We have all his ether. His memories have not been wiped. I'm told that the members tasked with keeping residents safe return with the body of their comrade. They all risk so much. Made a swift patrol of the other levels and confirmed that Calyx had carried out a number of targeted attacks, all to harvest more ether, it seems. I got back in control of the sentries, probably around the same time Calyx left. I'm sorry I couldn't stop them. I assume you know better by now, but I hope you're not planning to try anything alone. We're all here with you. I've spoken with Reclamat. They've cleared their meeting short to deal with the aftermath of this latest violence. Another comrade gone. Some days it's almost more than I can bear. He was an older brother to nostalgia in me. Shale knew him longer, though. He's surely taking this hardest. And that's on top of what happened with Kakiba. You think you could check on her? See how she's doing? She likes to put on a brave face if it's me or my sister. Apologies. My mind was elsewhere. We need to press on with the hunt for Calyx. But I can't seem to focus. Should be better than this. I know. Is there anything I can do? You can't help yourself, can you? Still, I appreciate the concern. Kakima used to say the best thing to do with grief was to let it all out. So I think I'll take myself over to the eastern, to the earth and sky, and say my goodbyes to Geode. Why don't you come along? I could use someone to blubber to if you shoulder to sprint. I've got 2. Right then. Let's get out of Everkeep for a bit. Man, they are really just porting us from place to place. It's really kinda nice. It's a fair trek on foot, so I've arranged a couple of air wheelers. They've had their communication modules removed, so even Calic shouldn't be able to seize control of them. Say the word and we'll set out. Ready? We'll be flying close to the pylons, so follow my lead. These air wheelers are Geode's babies. Donald's babies. I'm trying to smooth a ride all of Everkeep. For years now, I've been taking one out in turn for a turn. Whenever I need to lighten my mood. Sometimes Geode would come along too. We'd end up racing. Does that surprise you? Our friendship always had a competitive edge. We would often talk about how one day we might fly our wheelers outside the dome. Almost there. Be sure the ground is clear before you touch down. Chad, I know it's bad, but I've still not unlocked flying in any of the zones yet. Phew. That helped clear my out of touch. You know, Kirota, you might be the first person I've ridden with who wasn't an Oblivion recruit. As far as I remember, at least. The memories from my regulator days aren't exactly reliable. Come on, let's head inside. Hopefully the way will be clear as pests today. So I guess we're gonna be clearing pests for her. Chad, is it bad that I've been playing so much Oblivion recently that I almost reflexively tried casting the Starlight to lighten up the cave? And just Starlight. Here, let's help them. Alright. Love the new options for Viera hats. Do we have options for Viera hats now? Not all hats though. Some still aren't joined. Thanks. You can usually avoid such encounters, but sometimes they wander in and block the only path. Not that it slowed you down at all. I've never seen you fight up close before. Surveillance feed clearly didn't do it justice. Hopefully that keeps the route clear for a while, shall we?
Whenever we lost a comrade, the three of us would come back here to reminisce. Me, Geode, and Kafkiwa. Will you raise a glass?
Oh! What are the two of you doing here?
I had a feeling you'd show up. Would you like to join us?
I suppose I could spare a moment. They tell us Oblivion's founders disappeared some decades ago under mysterious circumstances. And it was Kafkiwa who revived our organization. You and Geode helped her with that, didn't you? Tell us more about it. You're keen to know too, right? What they were like back then. The mad things they got up to. That sort of thing.
Those were the days. It was actually right before the Reformation that I met Geode. I still wore a regulator then. I had recently lost someone close to me. And also quit a long stint as an adapter to work at a bar of all places. It paid me to sit with patrons and keep them company. So Geode came in one night. It wasn't long before we got into an argument. First-time customer, but tempers flared. And then one of us threw a punch.
You got into a fist fight? What were you even arguing about?
Damned if I know. We were deep in our cups. I think we were both just frustrated and angry at everything. By the end of it, we were both sprawled out in the street. Pair of drunken fools. Then this odd machine stopped to lecture us, scolding us for obstructing the foot traffic and not taking better care of ourselves.
I can't imagine you ever being in such a sorry state. The odd machine. That was Kafkiwa, I take it.
That it was. Once she was done upbraiding us for our unseemly behavior, she launched into a recruitment pitch. Kafkiwa explained that she wanted to protect the outside world from Zoralja's invasion, to keep him from bringing ruin to the place her beloved son lived. And if we were so intent on self-destruction, then perhaps we might consider risking our hides for a just cause. It was a lot to take in. I hadn't given much thought to what lay beyond the barrier, and learning that Kafkiwa herself was already dead was enough to make my head spin. But Geode and I were intrigued by her ideas, and wanted to see this future of hers come to pass.
Geode often spoke of it. He told me that meeting Kafkiwa was what first taught him the value of remembering people.
Like he was sharing a holy revelation.
Oh, but back then you hadn't yet taken on Oblivion's name, had you?
Is that so? I just assumed. It hadn't been Kafkiwa's intention to carry on Oblivion's legacy, nor adopt the cause your parents championed. Not initially, at least. She wasn't even aware such an organized resistance existed. She did, however, suspect the presence of other dissidents, those who objected to resurrecting the memories of the dead in defiance of the natural order. In the hopes of identifying like-minded comrades, we began searching the core system for traces of unauthorized access. And that's how we found it. An anomalous sector in the back of the Neon Stein. According to Melancholy, the door to that mystery had remained firmly shut since she took over the business.
The back room.
The back room. We forced our way in, only to discover that the hideout had long been abandoned. Although the occupants were gone, the equipment they'd left behind contained records of a group calling itself Oblivion. After reading through their exploits and their vision for the future, we made the decision to carry on their work.
Thus were my parents' and Kafkiwa's hopes bound together. And carried onward by Shale and Geode.
We could never have made it this far on our own, of course. Not without the strength of arms you and your friends provided. Losing comrades is a hard thing, but being here, thinking back on the moments we shared, I can see their smiles, hear their laughter. I feel their presence, and I know they're still with us. But these memories of mine are for me alone. Reminders of why I chose to do this, and why I'll stay the course. Right. Time we got back to work. Thank you, everyone.
No, it's me who should be thanking you. Though the pain is still deep, I don't feel like I'm drowning in it anymore. Let's get out there and put a stop to Calyx. For you, for me, and for everyone who's ever believed in Oblivion.
I love the fact that we're getting such deep and heartfelt moments, even though we're such a minor character like that. Cause like, I don't even think it's about Geo to this point. I think it's about the overarching theme of like the importance of life and why we should live it. This is a good way, I mean, it's an interesting way of going about it, for sure. I appreciate you helping me through this. Not only the grief, you've helped me see that my comrades mean even more than I realized. It only fuels my determination. I'll be spending every week moment working to bring Calyx to account for his crimes. I'll do my part, then you do yours. Oblivion needs you. Okay, Jet. I need to take a 10-ish minute break so I can finish up my tea and also take care of some medical stuff. You might even be able to hear it in my chest. So just like my evening break, you know, give me a minute. I'll run some ads on Twitch and YouTube, and then I'll probably be able to go for another 45-ish minutes. Probably enough for one more quest. So, be right back.
It's worse than I thought. Oh.
No. Damn you! Damn you all!
Let's stick with the overacting Turian.
Even the flowers are packing. Kind of rickety game is. Oh goodness. I don't know if I would call this game rickety by any stretch of the imagination. Swing! 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 Drop! Alexa, stop. Listen, stop. You done did it now. You done did it. Oh goodness. Go straight for the marker and take a left. Yes. Apples. Boom! At least we got the one kill. No, no, no. I pressed the jump.
Oh, Ryder. Are you sure? Here? Now?
Huh?
But Joel's right here. What if he wakes up? Oh, screw it. I want you. Let's do it.
All right, pull over. I'll give you two some privacy.
I knew you were faking.
It seems I wasn't the only one.
You know, that's kind of catchy as Drasdas. I'm not gonna lie. That's actually catchy as Drasdas. Real fake cheese gaming? No. Seriously though, that's pretty catchy. Because as much as I hate to admit it, a lot of the cheese that I eat is processed cheese. I would like to change this. But, you know, if we're talking facts, a lot of the cheese that I do eat is processed. None of us expected that to go well, did we? Computer, I'm dead.
I need to move the sun's on to connect with the comet, so...
Oh, I died.
You died?
Yeah, I fell.
Oh, good.
During this game, Jettison. Madeline here is making us a pie with all of the strawberries he's been... Okay, hold on. Hold on. I'm a subtle man. Ha ha ha! I don't know why. Well, also true. Anyway, stream is tweeted. Stream is tweeted. I don't even know what I just said. Take him away. Wait. Who is it? Mother! I just destroyed a priceless heirloom for you because you were accused of stealing and selling a priceless heirloom. You know, down. The server will automatically give you sub permissions.
I'm gonna use some missiles. I'm gonna load stuff up.
I hope everyone's doing the same. Okay. Didn't think he'd send over Aaron Mask himself, though. Got a Bright Eyes with you? So we can really trust her? I mean, she's gonna hear everything that we say anyway. You see those ears? She's on our side. Zephyr can vouch for her. Zephyr's good with her. Really strong. And, That's coming from a guy that's taste impaired, okay? It was so strong, like after like 5 or 6 pieces, I would...
Get good scrub.
Thanks, computer. Even my computer is telling me to get good with tea. Listen. Nobody tell Cobb, and everything will be fine. Okay? You know, to both styles. That lends itself, you know, to that contrast.
Get good scrub.
Thank you, computer. But like, if you wouldn't have had the extravagant, you know, colorful nature of Lothard, you wouldn't be able to... Quack. 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 It's gonna be, telling me is to get good scrub. And then I'm just gonna be like, I did.
Get good scrub.
See? See? It just did.
I don't have the stream sound on because I don't.
Right click. I'm probably not gonna make it. Oh, okay. Did a thing. Okay, we got it.
Get good scrub.
I did.
Get good scrub.
Oh my goodness, computer, come on. I got good. I jumped. Let the record show I pressed the jump button and it did not jump. Coming. Die. Right behind you there, window. Oh, and he got me too. Couldn't get a shot on him. He was getting us from the window. Like he was standing like... Jedi returned, that took a little longer than I expected. But it's okay. We are gonna do the things. I think we got time for precisely, if these things keep going the way that they are, one more quest. So, how's it going, Dawson? Good to see you. Hopefully you're still here. How is everything? You caught me right as I was heading for my break. Bing bong, Squeeze me? What ad is that, Georgie? Okay, let's get one more done. The darkness in the heart. It's time I went back to locating Calyx's lair. I have a new strategy in mind, but it remains to be seen if she will aid in narrowing down the possibilities. I'll ask Crowd for help. I want to re-examine the data, starting with that of her parents. After all, they were the first to break away from preservation and establish an organized resistance with Oblivion. There must be something in there that can point us in the right direction. What are your plans, Kirita? To get a call from Steam. Kirita, is that you? Apologies for calling suddenly. I've been making the rounds in the outskirts, and I cannot help but feel as though something is amiss. Might I ask you to join me? Your perspective would be most appreciated. It can wait until you finish attending to Shale, of course. Seems your plans have been decided for you. Go on, I have others to speak with before I return to the back room. As long as the memories remain, this wound in my heart will never fully heal. And it might be better that way. To feel something, even pain, is to remember that they lived, and to know that I'm still alive. Alright. Where are we going? Kirita, thank you for coming. As I mentioned, I would benefit from your worldly expertise. Perhaps it's my imagination, but the townspeople appear to be acting oddly. That is, even considering the current state of affairs. As I am yet unfamiliar with the outskirts, I thought you might be better equipped to judge if their behavior is unusual or not. Would you speak with them and see what you think? Though I hope to be proven wrong, and I fear something is not right here. Okay, we have to pay attention if they're wearing regulators or not. Okay, regulator? Please tell me you brought more neo-regulators. Officially, they've all been handed out already, but I've heard rumors there were a few left over. Surely the government still has some, or perhaps Queen Fiend? I may not look it, but I was a hunter once. And back then I hardly gave death a second thought. Now that I know the truth, it's all I can think about. Has to be a way to hold on. It has to. Also, ominous music is ominous. Be a regulator, equipped resident. You're not a regulator? Don't you know the end is coming? Well, it's your life to lose. Me, I got myself one of those neo-regulators. Registered it a little while ago. As soon as I did, a display appeared showing the number of registered users. Right now it's sitting at 4,168. The upper limit was 5,000, wasn't it? Seems the total shot up right after those machine malfunctions. It's only a matter of time before everyone's registered. I pity those who weren't chosen, but I'm going to be an endless. I'm going to evolve, live happily ever after. If that's what you consider happy. Yeah. This music is making it Spooktown, America. Regulator. Greetings. I remember when you visited with Train's Fiend. Come to check on our well-being, have you? Well, I can say that things are rather stressful out here as well. Without knowing if or when our machinery might turn murderous, the specter of death is ever present. People are terrified, and the clamor for neo-regulators has reached a fever pitch. I personally was fortunate enough to have claimed a new device early on. I've long since completed the registration. Death has no hold over me now. I must begin my prayers. The darkness draws closer, grows deeper. We must cast it out. You talking about darkness? What are you on about? So what do you think? Is it right to worry? Tensions are running high. Yeah, the fear is palpable. Yes, that is exactly it. People are overwhelmed by uncertainty and fear. And with each new registration, that fear inside them grows more insistent. How long until it drives them into full-blown panic? Kurota, can you come to resolution? We have a problem. I'm already here with Lamachi and Afi now. Sounds like she wants it, so they're in a hurry. We should go. Monka?
What's happened? Sorry to drag you out here, but I thought it best you see for yourself.
Death is your constant companion. Though you toil with diligence, death may come ere your reward is bestowed. Though your grand works be poised for completion, death may come ere you wake the following morn. Though you enjoy a life of peace and good fortune, death needs but one instant to claim you. Your bodies are weak. Your heart, your brain, every fragile organ rolls the dice from moment to moment. Sheer chance deciding if they function or fail. Be you stoic or generous or righteous, no virtues tip the scales in that fatal reckoning. The choice is made without reason. The end is cloaked in terror. That is what it means to die.
The announcement began after we finished our meeting with Gossen. As for its source, well...
Alex. There is no shame in being afraid. It is that very fear which will drive you to conquer death. Let us set a new course for mankind. Let us preserve our existence unto perpetuity. Hope for it, wish for it, pray for it. We will become endless. With evolution's brilliance, will we banish the ever-present darkness of mortality.
Change isn't easy. No one ever wants to take the first step. But this is the right path for us. What other way could there be? I'm gonna do it. I'm going to register.
Wuklemat! You couldn't have come at a better time. Please, you have to let us move to Tuliolal.
It's too dangerous to stay here. Who knows when the next century will turn on us? Even if we wanted to become endless, there are no more neo-regulators to be had. Fleeing is our only option.
If the solution was as simple as leaving, then we'd all have left already. Did you not hear the announcement? For the living, death is a foregone conclusion. No matter where we go, or who we shelter with, we won't get another chance like this to overcome our fate.
Easy for you to say when you have that regulator.
The Landsguard are on their way as we speak, and arrangements have been made to see that you all will be safely evacuated. Tulichola will aid you in whatever way we can. So please, remain calm.
I want to help Alexandria. I want to save its people. But what can I do? I am not their queen.
Oh. I wasn't expecting that quest to go on too much longer. I might be able to get one more. First, there's deadly malfunctions, and now a citywide announcement. He spent considerable effort recruiting his 5,000 endless. That's more than necessary, even. We had the hopefuls who descended on Llama to disperse for now. But we can see tempers in the ground were starting to fray. It's the latest wave of attacks. May not have been as widespread, but people are reaching their breaking point. We have to stop Calyx, and soon. I'm sorry. I couldn't be there in time. Crow told me everything that happened while we were away. My apologies. The side is not responding to any of our attempts to change the display or switch it off. Calyx has accessed the core system. Calyx has access to the core system, which means that if he chose to do so, he could deploy the soldiers beyond the barrier. Even if our people learn to live with death and decide to leave the dome behind, they'll never not be beyond his reach. If it serves to relay their fears even a little, I beg you, Diplomat, please let them shelter at Tuliolo. We'll welcome any and all who want to come. We've already begun evacuations, and we'll be able to pick up pace once the Land Guard arrives. In which case, we had best spread out and keep our eyes on the crowds. The mood is tense. We must prepare for possible violence. Should you happen to determine where College is hiding, though, we'll be ready to move at a moment's notice. Surely we'll find a clue of some kind soon. He can't elude us forever. Violence and fear. This is not the future she envisioned for her nation. Okay, so this is not... Okay, so this is not the dungeon quest yet. I didn't get to fully look at the patch notes yet. Does anyone know if we only have the one dungeon this time to re-unlock Expert? Or is there two? You give so much of yourselves to aid those in need. I must endeavor to find my own small way to help. Tuliolo will gladly welcome every last Alexandrian with open arms. But what of the nation the late Queen was so desperate to preserve? And what of that bright haven of peace and laughter? Diplomat. I won't stand here and let her legacy be sullied any further. I will protect Alexandria. That was the promise I made her at the last. When I yelled in lowercase. But she betrayed you, did she not? Why do you feel this obligation? I saw myself in her, I suppose. We both felt the people's joy as our own. Yet alone we lacked the strength to protect them. There is so much that I love in this world. Too much for me to take in my arms and keep safe. And that made me afraid. I needed someone who shared that love and fear, so together we could do what we couldn't by ourselves. Or maybe it's simpler than that. Maybe I just wished that we could have been friends. So when she turned to me in her final hour, desperate to safeguard Alexandria's future, I swore that I would see it done. In the end, I think you both found the string you needed. I would be yours as well, Stream. Whenever you fall or struggle to rise, I'll come running to the rescue, and you do the same for me. That's how we'll protect the things we love. That's how we'll protect Alexandria. You're right. You're right. Don't forget about me! How could we? We'd not be where we are without you. Right, we got a bit sidetracked there. We should probably be on our way. Do we patrol or see if Shale needs a hand? There you all are. Deluja. Oh, splendid. We were afraid we'd miss you. Alize and the others said you were here. Good news, Kirata. We finally found a clink in Kalit's armor. We discovered laboratories on Everkeep's 10th level that once housed the Preservation Initiative. Containment Complex 1029, it's called. And it's been falsely registered as a distribution center. In reality, it hasn't recorded any traffic in decades. We don't think it's where Calyx is hiding as such, but it may well contain clues that will point us in the right direction. I'm sorry it took so long just to get this far. If you're interested, what do you say we all go and check it out together? Thank you for all of your hard work. This is a huge step forward. Hand up! We need to take the lift to get to the complex. I've cleared this expedition with the relevant authorities. It has one of our people waiting to operate said lift. Let's not keep her waiting. Is this the dungeon quest? Where are we going? Ah, okay. Now. Shale made me her assistant. She was teaching me the basics of data management. Sounds like Deluja played a big part in this breakthrough. I'll be sure to treat him to a fine feast once this is all over. I'll share the method we used to find the containment complex once we're inside. It wasn't actually all that different to the story of how we stumbled across the back room. An instituted preservation scale that has many such facilities in the city, yet I cannot help but wonder if this one is where my parents worked. Preservation laboratories. I shudder to think of what they were researching. There's no time to be squeamish. Ready to head on up? Next up, 10th level.
So this is one of Preservation's laboratories.
It's so dark I can barely see.
Just a moment. If I can reroute the power to the circuit.
working. Smell how stale the air is. This room hasn't been in use for many years.
It was thanks to Kryl and Galulja that we managed to locate this place.
You may remember that my earring contained the control code for the gate to the Golden City. As it was Preservation that constructed the portal, we reasoned that the code to operate it might include a signature of some sort, unique to their organization.
So I took a closer look, and a line-by-line examination yielded a string of symbols identifying the code's author. We then began accessing the nodes for every door in Everkeep, seeking out control codes which contained those same symbols. After a grueling search, we finally discovered our prize behind door number 1860, the entrance to the facility in which we now stand. I'd probably still be at it if Galulja hadn't been around to assist me.
I took breaks, but Shale never stopped working. Not even once.
I can contribute precious little else, I'm afraid, but I appreciate your kind words. In any case, this next part will require your helping hands.
We need to spread out and search for something that may lead us to Calyx. We're more than happy to help, of course. But I wonder, won't he realize we've found this place?
It's highly likely, and personally I hope he does.
You all know our main objectives. We're here to pick up Calyx's trail. I've learned of a certain device that should help us to do just that. I'll explain how as we proceed, but according to the information I was able to dredge up, the device in question should have been installed in the director's office. So, as for where that might be, yes, this map matches my data. This room we're in is the Researcher's Commons, located in the western side of the complex. The Director's office is to the northeast of here. So we should cut across the circular chamber in the middle, yes? Yes, we should, but unfortunately for us, the interior door is locked. We'll need a security key with the appropriate clearance to open it. Judging by the mechanism, it'll probably be a card of some kind. Can't you, work some electric magic? I'll try my best, but this type of lock is well before my time. It may take a while to crack it. And in case I can't, you might want to look around and see if anyone left a security card behind. Considering the state of the place, it does seem like they abandoned it in some haste. I shouldn't be surprised if we found one. Very well, let's get to searching, shall we? I expect we'll have the most looking where the researchers kept their personal belongings. To begin searching Containment Complex 1029, close cooperation will be necessary to overcome the obstacles barring your path forward. Helpful hints will appear in a different color Pay close attention to the information provided by your comrades should you find yourself unable to proceed. Personal belongings. So, small shelving unit holds some office supplies. I'll also note. A few documents sit in an untidy stack atop the desk. Found a security card. Terminal screen displays what appears to be index of an employee manual. Personal protocols. For security reasons, Complex 1029 has been registered as a materials distribution center. Keep this in mind and conduct yourself accordingly, inside and outside the facility. Each employee must perform their tasks within their designated work rooms, such as commons, the Proto Lab, Neutral Lab, and just into other workrooms. Without official clearances, strictly prohibited, carry your security card at all times. Clearance level dictates what you have access to. Equip your regulator at all times due to highly confidential nature of the research materials and other data managed within this complex. Preservation retains the ownership of and rights to modify and protect the memories of people. Research objectives. Access denied. Leadership personnel. Complex Director Demetrius. SFR redacted. Okay. Look, so far I've been at nothing in it at all. Appears to be the only desk with the drawers already open. You can tell at a glance the desk's former owner has left something inside. You discover a card-shaped object. The lecture surface is marked with a bold level 1. Could that be what we're looking for? Try it on the door, see if it opens. Scanning device. Card-shaped object looks to be similar size to the scanning panel. You hold the card-shaped object to the scanner. It's open. You did it, Kirota. A good thing, too. I was getting nowhere with that outdated circuit. I'm curious, though. Why would they abandon a facility like this? It was run by a Director Demetrius, or so that terminal told me. Perhaps there are more answers to be had once we venture further inside. Let's continue onwards. The door to the director's office is across the central hub. So we're gonna have to find another card, most likely. Looks like every room can be accessed from this hub. This must be the door to the director's office. Go on, try the card. Another locked door. Use the same card again, but not a single soul here besides us. Going by the room labels on the map, we haven't entered any of the actual labs yet. Hold the level 1 security card out. Scanner beeps in disapproval. No good? Maybe we need a different card? Yes, the scanner is demanding a level 3 security clearance to open the lock. So much as the delay chafes me, We'll just have to comb through the nearby rooms and hope we stumble upon the card we need. Start our search of the proto lab. The door's already open at least. Need to find a way through together, Shale. I'm sure of it. The way the room is set up, the canister inserted into that large device looks to be a soul cell. Could this be where they conducted their experiments to create the Endless? We could probably spend days investigating this complex. Finding a way into the director's office must take precedence. Speaking of which, the Lord mentioned a locker over in the corner that couldn't open. Perhaps we can take a look. Lock the door shut tight. Suggest putting in the correct combination. Yet to uncover any potential combinations, speak with your comrades. Okay. Search his personal tablet. Lab preservation organization was unfamiliar to me. Recruitment letter arrived. I had a gut feeling that it would be far more fulfilling over the next medical practice. Instincts were correct, Master Calix. His philosophy is the refined ideal of notions I've only ever vaguely entertained. Mankind must evolve beyond the shackles of its flesh and blood existence. Had a meeting with Director Demetrius today. Heard others praise his genius intellect. Seems a glittering candle. This morning I was permitted to access the top floor and observe the workings of living memory. It's predicted the shortage of ether required to sustain the Endless is reaching critical levels. A Queen Speen insists on continuing her ineffectual flailing. While all your colleague, including the prototype chief, has been behaving in a decidedly suspicious manner of late. What were my concerns? From tomorrow I have been assigned to assist with the research project in the Dawntrail lab, scheduled to conduct a major experiment, the details of which I have been kept ignorant. It would seem prudent to back up my memory data. Okay, how's it going? Donnie Slacks. Go to like 14? Well, I mean, I love it. I've been playing this for probably 9 years now. So, story is excellent. This one has been, it's trying to ramp itself back up, but I'd say it's getting there. How about yourself? Have you ever played it? Or are you planning on it? I dug through this data, found a journal. I'll read it to you. Experiment 158. Show a marked improvement in ether extraction rates. At last we have achieved the target value set by Master Calix. Though I will become endless as per our ascendancy protocol, I'll preserve this historic number along with my few remaining worldly effects. 158. Okay. In terms of 5 digits, up to 5 digits, then press enter. Let's try 1, 5, 8. Okay. How far did you get whenever you played? It's to my impatience. I need to track down cowards who close and I'm itching to get my hands on them. Okay. Trial. Soul cell. Reminded of my imprisonment by the Empire, surely this device wasn't made to hold people. Got your bar to max level, then you did some farming stuff in the diadem. Can't remember exactly why you stopped playing. You should totally pick it back up. And at least finish up to, Endwalker. Like, finish Endwalker, and then see how you feel. So complicated. I have to show you how to teach you how to use these machines. Got the research, and then here, let's take a look. That's the newest expansion? No, Dawntrail is the newest expansion. But, Dawntrail is the start of an entirely new, overarching MSQ. Like, Endwalker is the end of the, Heidelin and Zodiac story. 148, submitting entrance candidate 201930 to be considered for efficiency procedures review. 158 maximum value of 11509. Now proposal production of results 9834. Paste. Okay, we need something that has 5 numbers. Could try 9834. Okay. 9834. What were some of the others? The others were too long. Okay, what am I missing? Okay, is everyone out of this room? Where's Trial? Oh yeah, we saw Trial. There's nothing else here. Okay. You gotta head out by another day. You as well, Donald Sykes. Or Donnie Sykes. Great to see you, my dude. I was actually just about to head out myself. Jesus loves you, my dude. You stay awesome, right? Two 930 11509. Okay, 11509. 11509. Got him! Locker pops open. Inside you discover level 2 security guard. Geralta, you got the locker open. Found another security card. So level 2? Need a level 3, didn't we? Should still open more doors for us to explore. You did well, Geralta. Reservation members led such surprisingly normal lives. Giving notes, losing their cards, I guess I imagine they'd be more, what's the word, bloodless? Mechanical? My parents were once part of preservation, if you recall. It would seem the researchers who agree with Calix and his philosophy underwent the conversion to endless entities. But I assume those who could not, or would not, eventually left the organization altogether. Oh, I almost forgot. The researchers kept journals in their data tablets. What I read doesn't explain much, but something big happened in the complex. Afterwards, it was decided that everyone would become endless. The writer was really happy about this. You can tell how much they admired Calix and his work. Entries ended after that. Maybe you can read more in the other tablet there. Let's move the investigation to another room. Well, we have the neutral lab and the maintenance facilities left to search. Both are accessed via the south corridor. So it's back to the hub, and the locked door across the way. This will hopefully yield before our new security card. I'll take the old one if you like. I doubt we'll have any more use for it. Okay, chat. I usually don't like stopping in between or in the middle of a quest, but I don't want to push my body more than I need to, and it's starting to disagree with me. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to take our break for now, so I can go get my shower done, get some lunch, and then I will be back as soon as may be for the remainder of the MSQ that we have thus far. So, with that, thanks everybody for hanging out. I really do appreciate it. I'll be back in a few hours, Lord willing. If there is anybody in chat that you're not currently following, and you enjoyed spending time with us today, feel free to hit that follow button. If you are on Twitch or X, or that subscribe button. If you're on YouTube, to get notified of future streams. We spend our time here hyping up Jesus as much and as often as we can. We build cool stuff with software, and we get up to all manner of gaming shenanigans. Lord willing, I will be back in a few hours. I'm gonna try for earlier than 4 p.m. Central, but that might be a bit ambitious, so I'll do what I can. And I'll be back as soon as possible. Lord willing. So, if no one has told you lately Jesus loves you, I love you. Repent and believe in the gospel. Let me know if you ever have questions about that. To repent means to recognize that you are a sinner against God, and that you cannot save yourself. And then to change your mind and turn away from living life your own sinful way and turning to living life Jesus' way. To believe means to make Jesus the Lord, the ruler, the master, and the boss of your life. The Bible says that if you do that, you'll be born again as a new creation in Christ. So then the old person that you are now dies, and then a new person is born that belongs to Jesus. So if any of you would like to have a discussion or have questions about that, let me know. Catch me on Discord. Ask questions in stream. Just let me know. So, till we meet again, Lord willing, later today. Y'all stay epic. See you in a bit. For anybody on Twitch, feel free to leave the stream open. And I should just pop right back up when I return. For anybody on YouTube or X, you'll need to refresh every now and again on the channel itself to see if I'm live again. So, later.